everybody. My name is Ed. I'm in my armchair and the smoking lamp is lit. What am I smoking today? My favorite pipe. Look at this guy. Oh man, you're not going to really see this. It's basically kind of there. Look at that. It is beauteous, down here. This is the first Meerschaum I ever bought. I've now had it for 45 years, something like that. I love it. I enjoy getting this one out every once in a while. I have 18 Meerschaums, but again, this one was my first, and for right today, it's my favorite. What can I say? So anyway, as you may know, I'm kind of behind right now because I did have 6 days in the hospital. Kind of veterans type things. And then we had Veterans Day, so I had a special video for that. So I'm gonna get a little catch up on a few VRs that I've been meaning to do. So stick around with me. First VR, Wilson, the Spurgeon Piper. 6,000 sub giveaway. 6,000 subs. And if you haven't ever seen Wilson, again, you do have to check him out. Although I'm sure everybody has. 6,000 is a number, maybe if I live to about over 100, I might get to that. But actually, I doubt it. I'll be kind of old and feeble and wouldn't know that I got it anyhow. But he is just asked us to give a couple blends for this year that, maybe disappointed you or just bad. So I'm going to start with the first one, which is, and this is weird, Autumn Evening. Now I have a little story, as usual. I had Autumn Evening quite a few years ago, and I liked it. It was okay. Then we had a call for around Christmas time to give a bunch of tobaccos, pipes, whatever you might have, that was going to go to veterans. And so I gave a bunch of, used tins, and a bunch of my pipes. Because remember, at first I was buying pipes at the boatload simply because I was having the hobby of refurbishing them. So I had a bunch of pipes that had all been good. I'd smoked them all, but I gave them. Anyway, gave Autumn Evening away. This year, I decided I'll get another tin because it's not like I didn't like it. So either my tastes have changed or this has changed. But I got Autumn Evening, and I cannot get over. It has, to me, so much of the maple. I just don't remember that from before. That was bowling me over. I mean, it wasn't a tobacco, it was maple. And so that's the first one that kind of was disappointing to me. And now the second blend, Dr. Bo he has a blend that he wants to tell you about. So check out Dr. Bo's. You'll like it. Hello, my name, Dr. Beauregard Gustafsson, Bogus, to my friends. And I have something to say to the Sturgeon Piper. I got a blend that was so bad. Cannot believe it. This blend was gifted to me from Armchair. Let's see, that the 1st of April. And he said it was a little wet. Okay. So I put it out to dry. 6 months later, it finally got dry enough. I cannot believe it. Then I still didn't have any trouble lighting it. Light up, flamed up, was gone immediately. So, Armchair said, well, I have to smoke it every day for a week for it to work out. So I tried it. Well, what are you laughing at, Armchair? Quit it. This is serious. Taking his advice, I actually tried it for another week straight. Still was the worst tobacco ever. I'm warning you, do not ever buy Captain Black tuna ever. And what are you laughing at? What's so funny? That blend could be called Captain Black Tuna in Oil. Happy belated April Fool's Day, Doc. Oh, I am going to get you for this. Next, we have two people, both celebrating 150 subs. First would be Dr. Rockwood. He has a smoking jacket. Just got to mention that. And of course, the only other person I know that has a smoking jacket, Dr. Bo. I guess you have to be a doctor to have a smoking jacket. But he's a new channel. And well, let's put it this way. I like him. Don't give any negative connotations to him. I like him. Check him out. Dr. Rockwood. But he's asking tobacco or pipe that you kind of have a love-hate relationship with. And I'll tell you, I wouldn't have had anything for this until really just recently. And you're going to be surprised with this one. And of course, there's a story behind it. But it is, ooh, can you see it? Escudo. The story and the problem I have, and of course it's Mike at Briar Blue's fault. It's his fault, not mine. I take no responsibility because he smokes it all the time. So I got some. Now, I have mainly been an English smoker, like English blends. In fact, Philosopher from Tinderbox is my all-time favorite. I've been, and it has been for 25 years, something like that. And then I've expanded myself in the last quite a few years. Balkans I like. Just recently getting into Kentucky's Burley. So that was kind of, I thought, well, that's what I'm smoking. I like it. And I was perfectly content with that. I've had a few vapors, which Escudo is. And they were, I would just, to me, they were okay. And Escudo, I got this, and I love it. So yeah, there's the love of it. But to hate it is, because now I got a whole new sensitivity towards the vapors. So I'm going to have to catch up with backing up to some of these old vapors and checking out more. Another whole area I didn't care. I don't want to say I didn't care to. I had some. Escudo. I love it. But now I got to get into vapors also. Oh, God. What can I say? Sorry. Next is Paul, Pipes of Old. His 150 sup gall. Again, you'll like him. I like his just demeanor. Just the way he presents stuff. It's nice for me, relaxing. I like to hear what he has to say. So his question was advice for a new pipe smoker. And guess what? I got a story. This is just a rehash. But you remember, my grandfather smoked a pipe all the time. My dad smoked cigars for the longest time and then shifted over to pipes. That's my suggestion, although he had a few pipes. And it's like he gave up, I don't want to say gave up cigars, he just went to pipe and smoking pipes all the time. So for me, I started smoking when I was 18, joined the Navy. So it's kind of a natural thing, and I've been smoking ever since. So I have one little advice and another the meat of what he's asking. But the first, just in my opinion, because there's all kinds of ways to start smoking. People mentioning the corn cob is the cheapest way, and it is. You don't want to start off with a, Dunhill, although more power to you if you do. But my suggestion is start with a briar pipe. Now you can get an inexpensive one. You can get basket ones, although there's not as many pipe shops around anymore. But if you have an actual pipe shop, they'll usually have some basket pipes or inexpensive ones. I just think the idea of starting with a briar and then expand from that, however you want to do it. I mean, I have 4 or 5 corn cobs, going all the way up to Dunhills and pretty much everything in between. But I recommend just starting with a briar pipe. That's my suggestion. Now, the main thing is advice for a new pipe smoker. You're going to have stuff that you're going to have blends that'll give you tongue bite. You're going to have problems packing. You're going to have all these little things when you first start. So my suggestion is commit to smoking a pipe. Don't have the first time you smoke a pipe, I'm not sure if I like it. Stick with it. Because that will allow you to do, you'll get all kinds of stuff. You'll eventually find out what tobaccos you like. But you got to get through the first. So stick with it. Commit that you're going to be smoking a pipe. Just put that in your mind. You're going to be smoking a pipe. It won't be long before you'll be getting 2 pipes. But you can go the old codger way. My grandfather was this way. I don't know how many pipes he had, but it was only a few. I'm sure he just, I don't know if he, cleaned them. He just worked them till they were dead, went down to the grocery store and picked up another, Dr. Grabo, whatever, because that's what he was, the codger. And the only tobacco that I know of, although I'm sure he had plenty others, they're not, we ever got whatever he got, was just Prince Albert. Because again, you can just pick that up at a grocery store. And in those days, there was a corner grocery store, so he had a half a block to walk. And I know in this case, where my grandfather lived, he had a half a block to walk and just pick up a pouch or a tin of the Prince Albert. So you can go that route. Many people did it, but just simply commit to it to get you through those first times when it doesn't really smoke that good. If you're committed to it, you'll then find yourself really seeking advice on how to pack, what to do, how to clean. But commit. My advice from an old-time smoker. Now, I have a little answering some questions. These are not gall related, just some questions. First one, N.W. Piper. A couple videos back, he was talking about, what type of pipe do you like? He also mentioned the fact that, he has a bunch of pipes that he sold, gave away, and now kind of regrets what would happen if he just kept them all. Okay, if money is not the issue, except for ones that I've given to veterans, over the times I've given a fair amount to have when I have the outlet to give it to veterans. I've kept every one of my pipes. I've cleaned them up, and I have smoked them. And of course, I'm having this madness year where by the end of it, by March, I will have smoked all of my pipes this year, just to make sure there's not a few that have been kind of neglected. They need some love. My suggestion, I really can't get rid of pipes. I love them. Um, and I was also one time going to refurbish them, just resell them. But then I kind of liked them. And of course, as you may know, I kind of have a bout with PAD, pipe acquisition disorder. Pipe acquisition disorder. Get it? That's okay. So quit counting at 300, and unfortunately, the last couple years they've been kind of good pipes. But that's okay. I see a pipe, I buy a pipe. See, no problem. But there's good things for just keeping all the pipes, even if there's some that you're not going to be smoking. And then if you don't do that, he was also talking about, possibly getting a Dunhill, a pipe that he knows is going to keep. And so it's suggestion, because I did this and I got lucky. Okay, I got a birth year Dunhill, and this one is the classic pipe, smooth, straight billiard Dunhill, and it's my birth year. So if you're thinking of getting a Dunhill, and it might take a while to find it, if you find yourself a birth year Dunhill, you'll treasure it forever. So just a little something. And then finally, I think it's a pipe wandering, talking about Meerschaums. Now this lighting is terrible for it to see the coloring. He was talking about how to get them colored and stuff. The way I smoke doesn't really, I don't have brown Meerschaums. And what I'm trying to do is really get a coloring so that, this one here is all cream colored, kind of light tan, but in the eyes and the different features that are closer, want to get those darker. That's what I enjoy doing, and I've shown it before, but I'll show it again sometime. My best Meerschaum that my sister got me bought it directly from the carver in the town, I forget the name of the town, that is the epitome, the center of Meerschaum in Turkey. And she bought it from the carver, and it's a basket weave. It's just beautiful. And I'm smoking it. And so it's a darker color, just, light cream color. But inside, within the bath weaves, is a little bit darker brown. That's what I'm looking for. And this pipe, no, not this pipe, but that pipe, I do not touch with my hands. Maybe I will put it on here to not have the oils and stuff like that interfering with the coloring, because your hands can get stuff on it. So that's kind of my goal with all of the Meerschaums, is to kind of really get that classic coloring, not just burn them up. So if you're still with me, I thank you for watching. I want to also point out or thank everybody who watches my channel. I just now hit 900 subs. Can't imagine where that came from. But 900 subs, and I have to thank you all for that. What can I say? Of course, my giveaways are at my anniversaries. So, anywho, I hope you'll like this. And if you did like it, like and subscribe. And remember, if you don't like it, you're not going to get to heaven. So may your smoking lamp always be lit. And take care out there. Oh, I am going to get you for this.